Today, let me take you to a story about a woman who started with being this very innocent girl who was naive, who had hope in her heart, and who was in love. And finally, she ended with only anger and rage and revenge in her mind and heart. So, without much ado, let me take you to a particular day in the kingdom of Kashi. This particular day was a very special day. The whole palace was beautifully decorated. The people in the kingdom was very happy because all the three princesses of Kashi, they were supposed to get married on this day in a Swayamvar Sabha. Amba, Ambika, Ambalika, the three sisters, the three princesses were supposed to marry the man they liked in the Swayamvar Sabha. Yes, a Swayamvar Sabha is where princes and kings would attend the Swayamvar Sabha, and generally it always would happen in the royal family. Generally the princesses could choose the man amongst the people who were present in the Swayamvar Sabha. They could garland the man that they liked. So Amba, Ambika, Ambalika were walking into this Swayamvar Sabha, almost in a queue, one after the other, all dressed in beautiful bridal finery, with jewels, with flowers in their hair, with kajal, with jhumka, with everything. Imagine three beautiful princesses with garland in their hand, walking in to marry the man that they liked. The eldest princess was particularly excited because she knew that she is going to garland the man that she loved. Yes, she was in love with Shalva, and Shalva was present in that Swayamvar Sabha, so there was no question of looking at any other man. She knew whom she wanted to garland. She would walk down the Swayamvar Sabha, look at Shalva, garland him, life is set. And she had that smile, behind her ghungat. She had that smile that, okay, I'm going to garland the man that I like. And from the corner of her eyes, she could also see that smile on Shalva's face. Yes, Amba was very happy. And Amba was walking into the Swayamvar Sabha, slowly, walking towards the place where Shalva was sitting. As she was walking down, suddenly she feels a tight grip on her wrist. She looks up and she sees this very tall man, very well built, holding her hand with a very tight grip. Her two other sisters were also held by this man in one single grip by the other hand. Amba looks at Shalva. Everyone is stupefied in silence. This man drags the three sisters out of the Swayamvar Sabha, puts them in the chariot and speeds off. Amba, Ambika, Ambalika doesn't know where they are going. Amba knew that the marriage hasn't happened and she was in a strange chariot with a strange man. Only her two sisters were there with her. Suddenly she looks behind and she sees Shalva coming behind. And she knew that Shalva is going to rescue her. And yes, Shalva, just stands, not really stands, Shalva sits on his chariot and faces this man with many other kings. But this man had invincible strength. He fought like a tiger. I mean, the way his swords, his sword was like this, you almost couldn't see the movement. And after a while, Shalva fell off from his chariot. His sword was cut into two, and this man sped off with these three sisters, valiantly defeating every other opponent, defeating every other king, defeating every other princess. Amba sees that this man is taking them to a kingdom and then inside a palace. She realizes that she has reached the palace of Hastinapur. And as she gets inside, she also realizes that they have been kidnapped to marry Vichitravirya. And the man who has kidnapped them is the caretaker of the throne, is the step elder brother of Vichitravirya, Bhishma. Amba realizes that all her hope of finding her love is dashed. She makes one last attempt. She walks into the court in front of everyone, right in front of Bhishma, and she says, I cannot marry. I'm already in love with Shalva. Please return me. I need to go back to her. Bhishma realizes that this woman was absolutely determined, and she has already said that she doesn't want to marry King Vichitravirya. So he decides that Amba is going to be returned to Shalva. He sends a few people, like a few maids, a train of Brahmins, to accompany Amba to Shalva. Amba finally goes to her destination. She reaches Shalva's kingdom and she says, I've come. I've defied everything and I've come to you, my love. But Shalva says, no. I can't take you back anymore. Because taking you back would mean angering Bhishma. I can't afford to do that anymore. No more. I'm sorry, but I have to refuse you. Completely dejected, eyes filled with unshed tears, Amba walks out of Shalva's kingdom. And Amba goes into the depth of the forest. And finally, she meets Parashuram. And Parashuram, who was actually Amba's grandfather's friend, felt a lot of love and tenderness towards Amba. And he decides to take up Amba's cause. So he meets Bhishma. Parashuram was Bhishma's Astra Guru, which basically meant that Bhishma had learned weaponry from Parashuram. And Parashuram went and told Bhishma that, look, Amba has been returned by Shalva. Now you have to accept her. And Bhishma says, I'm sorry. I can't accept her. I've sworn myself to bachelorhood forever. I can't accept her. Parashuram says, either you accept her or we have a duel. Bhishma and Parashuram, they get into a duel, and after 8 days, it's Parashuram again who gets defeated. Parashuram comes back to Amba and says, sorry Amba, I could not do anything for you. You have to fight your own battle. With all hopes dashed, with only anger burning inside her, Amba gets deep inside the forest, deeper and deeper. She makes a fire, a yagya, right beside the Yamuna river and starts meditating. And starts meditating and praying for a boon from the Lord Mahadev. Her meditation was so strong, her concentration and focus was so deep, that finally Mahadev had to come in front of her. And Mahadev gave her 2 boons. That in your next birth, you will be born both a woman and a man. And you will be able to finally take revenge against Bhishma. Amba gets these 2 boons and she realizes that Mahadev has given this boon for her next birth. So she has to wait a lifetime for her next birth. She didn't want to wait. You know what she did? She doused that fire of the yagya with the waters of the Yamuna river, and then very calmly, with the determination and purpose, with fire burning inside her. She drowns herself in the Yamuna river. Who is Amba born again as? How does she avenge Bhishma? We will discuss next week. Till then, you enjoy the story and I'll be waiting for your feedback.